With summer just around the corner, I know many of you are super excited. We all just want this hard work to be over. But since our school finishes before public schools, all of our friends are still in school when we finish. Because of that, the first 2 weeks of summer are usually so boring.
Vamos a pescar.
There are 5 easy steps learning how to fish. Yes, just 5. First is the gear and bait. For the bait, you can use worms, fish, like small fish you can find in your lake, or shrimp and bread. I'm gonna use bread today because in my lake, the fish are easier to catch with bread and it's what they like to eat. And then second, we have the bobber. The bobber is a very important thing because it's very essential when you're fishing and it's very easy to attach. Third, we have the small weights. The small weight is used to bring down the bait, in this case the bread, all the way to the bottom. But you don't want to get too heavy of a weight because usually the good fish aren't really at the bottom. They're like a little lower. And then fourth, you want to get the hook. The hook doesn't have to be too big. It can be like a good size. Like this one isn't even that big. And then also, the rod is very important. The reel especially is the most important part. Because if you buy rods with too cheap of a reel, it might break when you're fishing, it might get tangled, and it might ruin your fishing. It might make you not want to fish anymore because it gets very stressful when this gets tangled up. So make sure you get a good one. They aren't expensive at all. Now for my second step, I'm going to teach you how to attach all these materials correctly. First, I want to talk about the small weight. The small weight is actually very easy to attach. So you just want to put the line right inside the little weight. Once you do that, you pull it a little bit, and you just do a simple knot. You might want to do 2 to make it stronger, just in case. You see now how I tied it? You tie it a little far from where you're going to put the hook. The hook's probably going to go around here, but not too far from the hook. Second, I want to talk about the hook. The hook is one of the most important things in fishing, and tying it correctly is even more important. First, because if you catch a fish and it gets stuck to the fish, the first thing he's gonna do is pull away to get the food and swim away with it. But if it gets stuck in the fish and the hook isn't tied correctly, he's gonna go away with your hook. And that's a big problem because the fish could get hurt from that and stay with the hook in his mouth. And also, you might lose the best catch you're ever gonna have because that fish could have been really good. Now I'm gonna be teaching you how to tie the hook correctly. So first, you wanna pass the line through the needle. You wanna pull a lot of length of the line so it makes it easier for you to tie your knot. You want to make a little circle next to the tip of the hook. Once you make that little circle, you want to hold that with one of your fingers, while with the other finger you wrap it around the top of the hook 4 times. Once you did that, you want to get that line, maybe a little more than 4 times, but after you do that, you want to get that line and pass it through the hole. And then you just pull until it's really tight. Make sure it's tight so that it won't fall off. Now that we already have the weight and the hook attached, we're gonna go to the third thing, which is the bobber. You wanna tie the bobber about 2 feet away from the hook. So since this is already a little further, you wanna tie your bobber, I would say around here. The bobber is the easiest one to attach. You just wanna press this down a little bit and clip it onto the line. And then once you clip it onto the line, it just locks in. Now they already have the bobber, the weight, and the hook. I'm going to teach you how to attach the bait correctly, which in this case is going to be the bread. So first you want to do, just grab a small piece of bread. This is a little too big. Let's go right here and just crumb it up into a ball. Once you crumb that to the ball, you actually could wet it a little bit so it can work a little better once you get into the water if you want. But for now, we're just going to attach it like this, and you're going to clip it onto the hook once you clip it onto the hook, you just want to like squeeze it on a little bit, just get it on there good so that when the fish bites it, he won't get it away. So this is how it should look like with the bread. You just try to cover it up as much as the metal as you can so that the fish won't really notice the metal and just the bait. Now that we're ready to go fishing, I'm going to teach you how to cast the rod correctly without anyone getting hurt. Okay, so now as you can see here, with your left hand, you're gonna hold the line and open the reel with your right hand. Then you're gonna bring it down slowly next to your right shoulder and cast it forward. Be careful not to do it next to anyone so you won't get it caught on someone. Next, you're gonna close the reel and you're gonna reel it in very slowly to catch the attention of the fish. I got it.
Oh, the bomb works.
It's a big one.
There we go, the bomb works. Oh, yeah, that's
And now for my fifth and final step, removing the hook. You want to grab the fish with one hand by the mouth and then gently pull up and out and take out the hook. Sometimes the hook will get caught harder than other times. And just be careful and sometimes use tweezers if it's too hard to take out. And remember to not leave the fish out of the water for too long or else it's going to die.
bomb bird works. Thank you.
So concluding my demonstration speech, following these 5 easy steps will guarantee a better first 2 weeks of your summer, and the rest of it will be super fun and never boring again. But definitely not least, I want to give a special thanks and dedicate this video to Miss Lynch. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to make this video. I had so much fun.